Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Today we are going to decorate my monthly layout for my budget planner and take a look at the budget I set up for the first week of April. So let's get right into it. For the decor for April, I am using Live Love Posh's Budget Babe and Caliber Plan's Birth Month Florals book. So I love both of those books and I'm excited to get into it. Now, I have set up my planner for quarter two, so I have April, May, and June in here. So this is like having a brand new planner, guys. I'm so excited to start decorating it. I got a few too many pages. So excited, I'm just trying to decorate everything, I guess. All right, so we are going to decorate these monthlies. Before moving my planner to the side, I do want to pull out just a couple of pages from the back because I'm going to use those stickers as well. These are bill due stickers that I printed off of my Cricut. I made on Canva and printed on Cricut, and I've had these for a while and I keep forgetting to use them because I keep them in the back of my planner. So this month I am definitely going to use them. All right, let's set this to the side. I'm going to temporarily sit the bill due stickers to the side, and we are going to get right into decorating this with the birthday month florals. This is a lovely book. It came out, I don't even remember when this came out, maybe last year. It's a really thick book. I don't know how many pages, maybe 30 pages it feels like. Feels like it's more than 20, so I don't know. But basically the way this is set up from Caliber Plan is that she has a few pages for each month, and then each month she has the name of the month, and then she has the birth flower for that month with the name here, and then she has several stickers representing that month. And she also has some boxes, like if I go to the beginning of April, she does have some boxes that correspond with that color layout. So it's actually a really great sticker book. If she ever, well, I think this is still in stock. So if you're interested, definitely check her out. It's fairly expensive. I don't think it's in the $20 range. I think it's like in the $30 range, but it's a great book. I love it. I have to remind myself to use it though. I tend to try and use it more in my personal journal because I keep my personal journals. And so I like to use some of my favorite stickers in my personal journals because I know I'm going to keep that journal a long time. These layouts, I don't really keep them past the year, so but anyway, so I'm just going to start with this corner sticker. For April, the birth flower is a daisy, and I love that. So this is my budget planner. I'm not going to do too much, actually. I rarely do this, but I am going to use to cover up the name of the month here with some whiteout. That way I can use the month title that goes with these flowers. And since these are all unclear, I had to use whiteout for that. You guys know I don't like to use whiteout. Not really. So I actually would prefer to probably put it over here. That's my preference. So let's see. I think what I'm going to do is cover up the notes and then put this over here. Yeah, I like that. And I'll probably put a quote or something here to cover up that whiteout. Okay, so started off really simple. I have a flower here, I will probably go ahead and put a sidebar box. I will use a half sidebar box for here, just doing this gray. And then this book doesn't really have quotes, I don't think. So I'll probably have to pull a quote from somewhere else, from a book that I didn't anticipate, but we will see. Maybe probably from my budget book. Let's see. I almost feel like I want to cover this up because I really don't use it that much, but I think I have an idea of how to use that. So I probably won't cover that up. So I will leave that as it is. Let me go ahead and actually try to find a flower to go up here. So I'm just looking in the floral section. Now, the good thing, in my opinion, about this birth month floral book is that you don't have a lot of options, right? Pretty much all of these flowers are florals. So if you're indecisive like I am when I'm decorating, the fewer decisions you have to make, the better. So that's actually really good. So I'm going to save this scrap because I know I can definitely put that on a box somewhere. Put that to the side. All right, so I don't have much going on. If you have watched any of my content in my budget journals, you know I tend to not do a ton of decorating in the monthlies for my budget journals. I focus more on my bills and such, but I do like to decorate some. So let's go ahead and put in my bill due dates, and then I'll finish putting some decor and make it look a little bit prettier. Now these are the bill due dates that I pulled. I pulled the black and gray because I thought it went with the color scheme for these daisies. I do need to come in here and get my monthly bill list. This is a special page that I print to put in my planner. And I move it from month to month in my budget planner, and it helps me identify when my actual bills are due. So this is a freebie. It is linked down below on my link tree. Of course, if you print the freebie insert, it's going to be free, and it's also going to be blank because obviously the dates relate to me and my bills, and the bill names relate to me. So if you get this, it'll be blank and you'll have to fill it in on your own. Okay, but I'm going to use this to set my bill due stickers. So I have one on the 1st, and I'm going to use a mix of black and gray. So let's see. I have a bill due on the 1st. I think I'm going to go with black here. It's April Fool's Day. Have a bill due on the 2nd. I have a bill due on the 3rd. A bill due on the 5th. I always have a ton of bills early in the month. That's just how my bills tend to go. Most people's bills go like that, I think. I'll talk a little bit more about this when I get into my weekly overview for the first week of April. But I have to say, I am struggling a little bit with setting up my April budget because I had some big changes for quarter 2. Changes I'm excited about, but still changes. So I'm taking April a little bit slow and kind of filling things in as I go, which I normally don't do. I normally fill everything in at the front of the month, but because I am making some changes and it's going to cause some adjustments, I'm going to go a little bit slower than I normally do. But again, I'm excited about that. Change is exciting to me. And so it's a good thing. It's a good change. It'll just take some getting used to. Okay, so 23, and then all I'm doing is I'm just following this list, guys. This is why that special sheet is so useful, and I make sure that I do one every quarter, because it's just not having to like flip back and forth to try and figure out what your bill due date is, or if you don't remember it or anything like that. Is so valuable. Okay, so I have everything in here. I do have a quarterly bill that's coming up on the 17th, and I need to make note of that. For some of my activities and additional bills, I am going to use the stickers out of the birthday month, because they did have some monthly stickers, and I'd like to use those right here to help bring in some of the color. So one thing I have, I'm going to start with this beautiful yellow. Like I said, on the 17th, I have a quarterly bill that's due, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the yellow box. And then this month, I am actually doing my business bills in a different way. So I'm making a bigger deposit into my business account to cover all my business bills, because that business has income of its own, and I'm keeping that in a separate place. So on the back of my bills and expenses sheet, these are my business expenses. And generally what I'm looking for is really when my first major bill expense is going to be due. And so when am I going to transfer those funds? That is the question. So I am actually going to do that funds transfer the 22nd. And I think I'm going to use green this time. And actually, so that I don't forget, this is going to be one of the only bill due dates that I'm going to fill in on this video. And this is the business transfer. That way I don't forget what that is. Okay, so let's see. Those are the two major things. My business transfer. The next thing I need to put in here is my variable funds transfer. And I need to do that, I would say, early in the month, because it covers my variable funds at least for the next 2 weeks. So I am going to use, I guess I'm going to use this big, I wish I would have had a smaller teal box, but I don't. So on the 1st, I am going to come in here. Don't want to do it on the 1st. Yeah. So we're just going to put it right here. So the reason I have to label that is, along with my business income, my business revenue, and my business expenses being removed from my personal budget, which is actually going to be a big change in how I do my payouts from week to week, I am also making sure that I transfer all of my funds that I use for my variable spending accounts, that I transfer those to my variable checking account, because the system I use in my planner is really replicating a digital cash envelope system, And if I had physical envelopes, I would move that money into my envelopes at the beginning of the month. So what I am actually doing is moving that money into my envelopes, my digital envelopes at the beginning of the month instead of a physical envelope. I'm actually probably going to do it twice a month. So I think the next time I'm going to move it is probably going to be the 14th or maybe the 16th, because I'm going to be on vacation here. So probably, I think I'll move it the 10th. So this is where, like I said, I'm trying to use some of the different color boxes. I only have gray left, so I'm actually going to use this teal monthly box for that, because I would really want to bring in this teal. There we go. And that gives me a little bit of color. So I said I was only going to mark this business transfer, but I probably need to mark my variable transfer as well, because if I don't, I will forget these. Forget what these boxes are for, I should say. Variable transfer there. Okay, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put this one because I'm already halfway forgetting what this was supposed to be. All right, so now I'm just going to look at this and see if there are any more boxes that I need, if there are any more key activities that I have to focus on, or expenses that may not be bills that are coming up. I will say I typically don't put my paydays because I used to get my business revenue paydays like every week, so I don't do that anymore. Not in this planner, I do, but in the other planner. So my 9-to-5 job pays every 2 weeks, so I am going to have to start marking my paydays. So I will do that with a payday sticker. Let me go ahead and grab those. I am going to hopefully grab these out of the Budget Babe book. If I can find them. Definitely a newer sticker for me. I typically don't use payday stickers, so this is kind of a first. I think I'm going to go with this green and maybe yellow here. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with the green and yellow because I have 2 paydays, personal paydays in this month. This is not the perfect yellow, but it'll work. Let's go here. Let's go there. And let's see, what else do I have? I have my transfers, have my paydays marked, have my bill due date stickers on here, variable transfer days. I have travel coming up, and then I think that's it as far as what I might want to mark here. I don't think I have any more major expenses I need to account for. So what I am going to do is come in and put a few more flowers and some elements from my budget book so that I can make this look a little bit prettier. So in this Budget Babe book, they do have functional stickers and decorative stickers. So I am going to pick a set that goes with my daisies. And I believe it is this set right here that I have used before. I think it looks really pretty with the daisies. So let's see. I tend to like Wow, look at that. There are a lot of stickers in this set. And a lot of stickers that I have not used. So, lots of options. But I think I'm going to stick with the page that I've been pulling a lot from. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these. I like this lady. We're going to put her right in the front. I'm going to make her come down just a little bit. Okay, I think she looks great there. I am going to put a planner down in the corner where we have this open space by the flowers. Just right here. Love that. And so, like I said, all I'm doing right now is just kind of boosting the decor just a little bit so that it's not quite so plain. I would like to have something here. So I am going to take this vase of flowers, and this one I'm going to cut the bottom so that I can hopefully get it to sit kind of flat at least. And I'm going to put it right here. Okay, I like that. And I'm going to probably come in and put just a few extra birthday flowers. Go ahead and do it. Some right here, maybe some over here, but definitely some right here. So going back to my daisies for April. I'm going to stay on this one page. I already have a vase, so I think maybe just a couple of these nice bouquets would look great. One right here. I think I'm going to put two. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this one. I love that. I'm going to cut this one a little bit. All right, so that is trimmed up. I think I need one right here. Or do I? No, I think I'm okay. It looks a little weird that it's not going over to the end of the page, I think. So let's see. I think I'm going to use this scrap to kind of fill in the bottom. I think that'll help it look a little bit more cohesive. I'm going to trim it. Yeah, I actually do like that. So it's looking a little bit more like an actual floral. So I'm going to do another one. This sticker is going to end up being a little bit more wasted. So right there. Yeah. So this looks more like just a group of flowers at the bottom than just a couple of bouquets stuck together. And I think I like that. Just an explosion of flowers, right? Okay. That looks really good. Excited about it. Now let me find some florals to go over here, and then we'll get a couple of quotes, and that will be it. I think I'm going to do this vase somewhere maybe. Yeah. Put the vase on top of this sticker right here. This builder sticker. Love that. Let's see, a couple more icons over here, and then I'll look for some quotes, and that will be just about it. Okay, I do like the pen and the watch. I like the lady too, but I wouldn't really put two ladies, I don't think. So we're just going to do the pen and the watch right here. And then that's about it. So let's look in the back, see if we have any budget quotes. I hope so. I didn't see any, but I love having budget quotes. Some right here. Okay, looks like the only ones we have are going to be here. And that is okay. So I like this one. I'm not cheap. I'm budget friendly. I'm going to put this one right here to cover up that whiteout. And then I would like a quote here and here. Budgets are my love language. I'm going to put it right here. And then cut expenses, not dreams. I think on this one, I'm going to, I want to kind of go clear, but I don't want to mix stickers. So I think I'm just going to go cut expenses, not dreams right here. Okay, so that looks really good. See if there is anything else I can grab to kind of help set off those quotes a little bit. I just took this pair of glasses that I'm going to put right here. And then over here we need something. I think what we need is a small floral. So I'm going to grab, there's a candle with a floral on it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And since I really didn't find a quote to go over in the sidebar, I'm going to look one more time. Right there. I'm going to look one more time and see if there's a quote that will go in the sidebar. Okay, budget wisely, live freely. I think I like that one. And that's what we'll put right here. Let me grab another flower, another daisy, and then we'll have it coming off the side right here. Interesting how I put this on here. Okay. So there we go. We have all of our setup for the month of April. I am excited about this one. And I am looking forward to planning for the month of April in my budget. So the next thing I need to do is put these stickers away and pop this page back in my planner. And then that'll be it. Okay, so this is April. Make sure I have everything set up the way it's supposed to be set up. Great. Just popping these back in here. Like I said, I do like to keep my expenses page in the current month. I'm going to put it in the second week because I've already set up my budget for the first week. Okay, everything is decorated. Now let's take a look at the actual budget for the month of, or the first week in April. So this is my layout for the month. I will come in here and put those bill titles, amounts, and due dates. The next thing I do is I actually set up my April budget. And I will go over my complete April budget and first week budget in the next video. Thanks.